Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for all audiences.
Do you think, and this is just my opinion, but I want to see if you actually believe this, do you think that we, like, in general, as a society, we operate from distrust? Like, you have to earn my trust first. Like, I don't trust you until you earn it.
Obviously, your boss is not the CEO of the company.
Yep.
So why the hell you care so much about a fucking job compared to you caring about another human being?
He actually said this. He said it in an interview that not that. No. He said that he was that he was like fully immersed in the company. He's like I am like part of the blah blah blah. Like I don't want to say, because if I say what he said, I would be giving away what company it's from. But basically, what he was saying is that I'm brainwashed in like saying like I'm fully in. Like I bleed for this company, blah 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 blah. And it's like, I don't think it'd be different if let's say, for example, it was a family company or
correct. Like we're working together and we're all actually seeing firsthand of results of our hard work. We're literally seeing firsthand that, but like being so like hardcore about it, bro, the CEO doesn't even know who the fuck you are. Like all these bleeding and like crying, sweat, tears, it doesn't matter.
But the problem I have isn't that. I would be fine if you were super like, hey, this is my life. Like, this is like what I believe in. This is what drives me. This is what I'm passionate about. But if that were true, why don't you invest in your people? Like, why were you so critical of everybody and not constructive? Like, why were you so deconstructive in your criticism of other people than if you were right solely immersed in this company? What you care about is you want people to make you look good. It's the same thing I saw in the military, which was I want the recognition, but I don't want to do the work that's required to do
take the
responsibility of when things go wrong, right? So that and I think it's like a tactic, in my opinion, of not feeling guilty. Is like, well, I didn't create the plan, like I wasn't a part of the design of the plan, so the plan is the problem.
Like, look, what I do believe is you tell me this job needs to get accomplished. And obviously I have people working under me. Mm-hmm. I'll make sure like they will know to do that job. But if he fails, like I cannot say they did it. I mean, you did tell me first. So I'll assume their responsibility. If something goes wrong, it is my fault. Like ultimately it is my fault.
And that's what I wasn't.
Because like, and a good example is for my job, after I complete the work order, I guess I forgot to put one thing in it and it kind of like mess up some things. But in order for that work order to get closed, my manager needs to go through it, see if everything is right, and press close. Mm-hmm. He was blaming me like, look, I take the responsibility. I did try to find a solution about it. He said, no, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, so I have a solution for that problem. You don't even care to try it. You just say, no, it is my fault and all that. Said, like, look, I get it. It was my fault. I should have known better. But then again, I have 10,000 other things to worry about this job besides this thing. You press closed. Why? That is ultimately your fault.
Because he did the final inspection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how about we take some responsibility and then assume like, hey, you're wrong, but also I was wrong too.
Yeah.
I would respect that. But
exactly. Like the right thing to have done in that scenario is to sit down as your leader and be like, hey, we messed up. Like
exactly. It's not just you left and right.
Hey, like we did this wrong. This is what we need to do. I just want you to know because, hey, I inspected it. I said it was good, but it wasn't. And this is what happened. So like we have
like, it's his fault, not mine.
Right.
Like
exactly. Cause then it'll turn because if you turn it into that, as an employee, I would not trust my boss if he blamed me for something he approved. Right. If he said like, hey, it's good to go the way you have it. It's fine. You're good to move on. And then the next day, it's like, hey, why did you do it this way? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like,
yeah, I'll have issues because like he will say, oh, if there's something that you work on that takes a long time, there's something that takes a little time to fix, just take care of the little thing first.
Oh, that's not the best
That
idea.
story.
Yeah, because like it doesn't seem like your boss ever states like what actually is the problem.
Right.
It's always like
It's your fault.
it's your fault.
You're garbage.
And you know what I'm talking about. It's like, no. like
Bro.
what do you mean? And that's why I was saying, like, ask him more questions. Like, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? How can I do that?
I mean, that's what I said. Like, you literally told me this. What did you expect? And they're like, this is not what it is about. I'm like, what the fuck is it about? Like, you told me something. Now you're going back to work. Like, these things do not apply when, like, it's good for you. Like, when it suits you. You say something, I'll go by that. Like, you don't get to choose when he applies or when he doesn't apply. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Well, that's hypocrisy, right? If it's like only when it suits me do I do correct things or say things.
There's like this saying in Romanian is like it was referring to a priest. Do whatever the priest tells you, not what he does.
Oh yeah, well, practice what you preach. Or no, do as I say, not as I do. There you
That
go.
one.
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. That's the one. Okay, so then yeah, that's pretty much the same thing as that hypocrisy. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.